Good morning, my friends. Judge Andrew Napolitano here with Judging Freedom and another one of my pop-ups. You know, you can sign up for these. You can do so on the YouTube channel, the Judging Freedom channel. You can subscribe to the service. It doesn't cost you anything. And if you click that box that says send me the notifications, then you'll be notified. A little ping will notify you, a little ringing sound when I'm doing these pop-ups. When do I do them? I do them when, in the opinion of my team and me, something is newsworthy. Now, here's something that I think is newsworthy. It's now a little after 12 noon. So good afternoon. It's Monday, January 10th, 2022. Friday afternoon, a federal judge in Texas signed a very interesting order. Here's the background. When the Trump administration and then the Biden administration engaged in its interactions with Pfizer, it, of course, generated a lot of paperwork, hundreds of thousands of pages of paperwork, some frivolous, some legal, much medical. Well, some very interested, I should say, folks in the medical community filed a Freedom of Information Act request with the federal government asking to see these documents. Now, the Freedom of Information Act is a federal statute that says all government documents are presumed to be available to the government. If the government wants to hold them back, it has to find a recognized exception, of which the Congress provided about a dozen for holding back these documents. So the Biden administration came up with its own rule saying we're not going to reveal documents between the government and Pfizer for, are you ready for this? It's almost laughable, 75 years. 75 years. That's what the Biden administration said. Where did that come from? Well, just like Joe Biden's executive orders telling employers their employees had to be vaccinated, and hospital workers that work in hospitals or healthcare communities that receive federal funds, they have to be vaccinated. The president made it up, or the bureaucrats around the president made it up. And of course, Pfizer, Big Pharma, went along with it. Why should they want to have to reveal what they've been up to, what representations they made to the Trump and Biden administrations until long after everyone involved in these cases is gone? The federal judge said, forget about it. In plain English, forget about it. You don't have 75 years. You have 2.5 months. You will reveal all of these documents by March 1st. Now, I don't know where this is going to go. Obviously, I haven't seen the documents. None of us has. Probably no one person has read all of these documents because it involves hundreds of different people from Pfizer and from the two presidential administrations. But think about it. A government that is afraid to reveal what it is doing and what it has been doing is a government that's afraid of its own people. The government works for us. We don't work for the government. We have a right to know what the government is doing, on what it is basing its decisions. The idea that the government would keep something like this from us for 75 years is not only laughable and insulting, it violates the very premise that the government exists because we have consented to the government. That may be a myth. I don't know of anybody who's actually consented to it. Nevertheless, the government can't hide this information from us. My hat is off to the courageous federal judge in Texas that ordered the government to reveal this. We'll see if this one makes its way to the Supreme Court. Judge Napolitano, Judging Freedom. Have a good one.